fantastic shorelines, luxurious warm oceans, rich landscape, and perpetual daylight. These are a portion of the top elements of the perfect tropical excursion. In any case, every goal offers its own particular sultry charms. Some astonish with their characteristic magnificence, others add social attractions to the blend, with intriguing traditions, design, and delicious food. A couple offer eco-enterprises and natural life rich wild, and some sluggish islands appear to take you back in time. Jumpers run to flourishing coral reefs, and surfers look for the ideal wave. It's simply an issue of finding the ideal fit. From Asia to Australia and the US to the Caribbean, this rundown of 15 tropical getaway problem areas covers the absolute most lovely islands on the planet, and additionally thoughts of fun things to do and goals for all financial plans. Whether you're looking for an over-the-water lodge in Bora or a bamboo cabin on a Bali shoreline, one Bora Tahiti. Bora is the quintessential South Pacific heaven. This lavish and significantly excellent island in French Polynesia ascends to a sharp emerald crest ringed by a purplish blue tidal pond. Groups of coconut palms abound along the shorelines, and extravagant cabins roost over the completely clear waters, some with glass floorboards so you can look into the flourishing ocean underneath. While Bora scores beat focuses for regular excellence, it likewise ticks the container in case you're looking for some social interest. The official dialect is French, and you can taste the Gallic impact in the gourmet food. Include a flock of fun water sports, kayak treks to Little Motu Islands, beautiful climbing trails, and undertakings, for example, shark plunges, and it's anything but difficult to see why numerous voyagers rank expensive Bora as a top special first night goal and a definitive, unique place for the ideal tropical getaway. 2. Riviera Maya, Mexico. In case you're searching for lovely shorelines, culture, and fiery food all wrapped up with a reasonable sticker price, the Riviera Maya, Mayan Riviera, in Mexico is an incredible decision. On the tip of the Yucatan landmass, along the Caribbean drift, the Mayan Riviera envelops the resort goals of Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and the island of Cozumel. You don't need to remain at a major clamoring comprehensive resort here, however you will discover bounty fronting their long, postcard commendable shorelines. Hint: boutique lodgings and yoga retreats are additionally in the blend. Swimming with stingrays and dolphins, jumping, snorkeling, and angling are famous exercises in the warm, clear waters, and culture vultures can investigate the glorious antiquated remains of Tulum, in a shocking setting over the turquoise Caribbean Sea, or Chichen Itza, a couple of hours head out from the resort strip. 3. Maldives. Strung across the Indian Ocean southwest of India and Sri Lanka, the 26 natural atolls of the Maldives exude an almost surreal beauty due, in large part, to the luminous blue waters which surround them. If slipping into the crystal clear, soul-warming sea is a top criteria for your perfect tropical vacation, this is the place to do it, as water comprises 99% of the Maldives. Paradoxically, it also threatens to inundate the shores of this low-lying island nation. Male is the capital city, but most visitors head straight out to one of the remote atolls, where luxury resorts and bone-white beaches fringed by aquamarine waters await. Diving and snorkeling are world-class, and the Maldives is also a top surfing destination with the most popular surf spots in the North and South Male atolls. Other popular activities here include swimming with manta rays and whale sharks as well as big game fishing. With water being a focal point and so many islands to choose from, the Maldives is also the perfect candidate for a cruise vacation. 4. Aitutaki, Cook Islands. Aitutaki in the Cook Islands, with close binds to New Zealand, is a fantasy goal for would-be castaways, favored with a radiant water tidal pond, rich pinnacles, wonderful shorelines abounding with palms, and a portion of the friendliest individuals in the South Pacific. Aitutaki ticks all the containers for the ideal extraordinary tropical getaway. Rarotonga is the biggest of the Cook Islands, and the principal visitor passage. However, Aitutaki, a 45-minute flight away, is the gem in the crown. and that is stating bounty in an archipelago of 15 beguiling tropical isles. Swimming, snorkeling, kayaking, and angling are all incredible, and the island offers a window into the laid-back town life, which eases back to a stop on Sundays for chapel administrations. More than 20 motu, little islands, are sprinkled around the tidal pond, and the little island of Tapuetai, 1-foot island, in its southeast corner, is a famous journey with their wonderful point of view of the tidal pond. In the event that you truly need to go overboard, choose a rich over-the-water lodge. From here, you can order your own particular private motu, plonk down under a palm tree, and imagine you're Robinson Crusoe for a day. 5. Kaua'i, Hawaii. Called the Garden Isle, Kaua'i is a tropical Eden, with lavish rainforests, waterfalls, and marvelous green beachfront pinnacles, a characteristic magnum opus of emotional magma-etched scenes. The island has a more laid-back vibe than its well-known sister islands of Maui and Oahu, in spite of the fact that Kaua'i is known for being home to one of the rainiest places on Earth. The island is included a few microclimates, and the territory around touristy Poipu has a tendency to be drier. Submerged, you'll find beautiful coral reefs, where turtles and tropical fish swim. Ashore, you can lounge on brilliant shorelines, appreciate the cloud-topped view from the bluffs above Hanalei Bay, climb among the smooth pinnacles of the stunning Napoli coast, and investigate the profound and jungly 10-mile-long Waimea Canyon. Tropical patio nurseries, waterfalls, charming beachfront towns, and phenomenal surf breaks are other top vacation destinations. Try not to be astounded on the off chance that you end up imparting the shoreline to sleeping minister seals. Nature rules here, and that is a major part of the island's appeal. 6. The Mamanuca Islands, Fiji. In case you're longing for a pure South Seas islands washed in daylight, the Mamanuca Islands in Fiji fit the bill. A short watercraft ride from the passage town of Nadi, this photo culminates string of around 20 islands are mainstream for their glimmering palm-studded shorelines, perfectly clear waters, and flourishing coral reefs. When you first impression these tropical delights, it's anything but difficult to see why Survivor and the Tom Hanks motion picture Castaway were recorded on islands in this chain. While picking where to stay, your financial plan and interests will decide the best Fiji island for you. Settlement ranges from exuberant explorer resorts to family accommodating inns with covered piers, conventional hovels, and extravagance hideaways like Vomo Island Resort, Likaliku Lagoon Resort, and the grown-ups just Tokariki Island Resort. Mainstream mid-extend resorts incorporate Matamanoa Island Resort, Malolo Island Resort, Mana Island Resort, and Castaway Island. One of the planet's top surf breaks, Cloud Break, lies about a mile far from Tavaru Island Resort. However, you can get to this unbelievable break from other island resorts also. Fijians cherish kids, so this is additionally a fantastic goal for families with youths hoping to unwind. 7. Street Baths, the Caribbean. On the off chance that you like the sparkling plain setter scene, private manners, and pretty shorelines, French-affected street baths ought to be best on your rundown. In any case, everything includes some significant downfalls. A steady stream of going to motion picture stars and Uber investors implies that settlement and sustenance costs more here than different goals, particularly amid high season. In any case, consequently, you'll find wonderful light shorelines sponsored by green slopes, world-class shopping and eating, and a social advancement that numerous other tropical goals need. Like all around, low season offers extraordinary arrangements and all the shorelines are open, so you can cover up away in a private manor or boutique lodging and carry on with the life of the rich and renowned for less. Other than relaxing on the shorelines, shopping, and devouring scrumptious mainland treats, famous exercises here incorporate snorkeling, plunging, kite surfing, kayaking, angling, surfing, and cruising. The top shorelines are Saline Beach, Gouverne Beach, and Lorient, and the red-roofed capital of Gustavia is one of the prettiest towns in the Caribbean. 8. The Abacos, The Bahamas, just about 300 kilometers east of Florida. The excellent Abacos, in the Bahamas, offer a portion of the world's best waters for drifting and cruising. These tranquil Atlantic islands, likewise got the out islands or family islands, appear a world far from the swarmed traveler portions of adjacent Florida, with their separated pine-bordered shorelines, prospering coral reefs, and tired angling towns, where golf trucks and pontoons are the fundamental method of transport. English loyalists settled these islands, and you can witness this legacy in the adorable and bright frontier bungalows coating the restricted roads. Prime territories for calm excursions incorporate adorable Elbow Caye, with its renowned candy cane-striped beacon, enchanting 3-mile-long green turtle Caye, which has a craving for venturing back so as to the old Bahamas, and Treasure Caye, on Great Abaco, with its beguiling white sand shoreline lapped by waters in Technicolor turquoise. Guana Caye, Walker's Caye, and Manawa Caye are other famous islands. Most loved interests incorporate angling, jumping, snorkeling, unwinding, and visiting with local people, and with miles of perfect shorelines, it's anything but difficult to locate your own private fix of delicate, white sand. 9. Ambergris Caye, Belize. Off the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula, Ambergris Caye in Belize is one of the nation's top traveler goals and the biggest of its 200 gays. While its Caribbean shorelines are by and large preferred for angling over swimming, because of their thriving turtle grass pads, the eminent Holchan Marine Reserve more than remunerates with magnificent plunging and snorkeling not exactly a half-mile from shore. This submerged wonderland is a piece of the Belize Barrier Reef framework, the second biggest boundary reef on the planet after the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Shark Ray Alley is a well-known site, where jumpers can encounter nurture sharks and stingrays. Fishermen additionally rush here to slink the pads for bonefish and attempt their fortunes for a lau, tarpon, snook, and barracuda. Part of the island's appeal is its beautiful town of San Pedro, where golf trucks lead the roads and offbeat eateries showcase new fish and Mexican-propelled food. Since the northern part of the island lies a short distance from Mexico, the island has a solid Mexican impact, and numerous local people communicate in Spanish. 10. Dominican Republic. On the eastern side of the island of Hispaniola, the Dominican Republic is a top decision for spending plan disapproved of voyagers. However, this famous excursion goal is significantly more than superb shorelines and awesome esteem resorts. Rich in history and culture, Drive, as it's called, additionally brags probably the most differing eco frameworks in the Caribbean, with hot wildernesses, deserts, mangroves, coral reefs, savanna, and taking off green pinnacles. Wander far from the vacationer segments of Puerto Plata, Punta Cana, La Romana, and Samana, where comprehensive resorts group long ideal scopes of palm-bordered shoreline, and you'll find a universe of enterprises. You can climb the most noteworthy crests in the Caribbean, flatboat the white waters of the Rio del Norte, climb to waterfalls through the hot wilderness, and bicycle through pine timberlands along snow-capped trails. Social attractions are likewise a highlight. The capital, Santo Domingo, is an UNESCO World Heritage Site, with beguiling provincial design and a captivating history. In any case, in the event that you simply need to lounge on a delightful shoreline, plunge, swim, surf, and snorkel, you will discover a lot of chances to do that, as well. 11. Bali, Indonesia. For those looking for a tropical excursion with an otherworldly side, Bali coaxes with its enchanted appeal. Sanctuaries loaded with fragrant incense, rice paddies sparkling in the late golden sun, and the quiet, delicate individuals of Bali add to this current island's compelling charm. In case you're looking for an enthusiastic shoreline scene, with a lot of shops and eateries, base yourself in occupied Kuta or Seminyak, where you'll likewise discover fabulous surf shorelines. Sana is an awesome spot for families, with its delicate waves, and you bud. In the lavish slopes far from the seaside uproar, is the island's emerald soul. Bali is likewise known for its generally moderate spa medications, so you can spoil yourself without the stickers done. Convenience incorporates everything from shabby as chip-ins to extravagance manners staffed with individual gourmet experts and drivers. The neighboring volcanic island of Lombok is additionally a prominent goal, with less improvement than its well-known sister island. 12. Port Douglas, Australia. Around 2 hours drive north of Cairns in Queensland, Port Douglas is a perfect goal for courageous nature bows. This upscale town has advanced from its modest birthplaces as a snoozy angling town into a famous tropical traveler resort and a helpful base for reef treks and wild safaris. 2 of the wealthiest biological communities in Australia lie a short bounce from here: the Great Barrier Reef, with magnificent jumping and snorkeling, and the Daintree Rainforest, part of the Wet Tropics World Heritage Site, which tumbles to the reef-dappled waters of Cape Tribulation. The town's verdant roads are fixed with mango trees and palms, and additionally a bunch of upscale shops, bistros, and craftsmanship displays, and its star highlight is 4 Mile Beach, a light sickle of wilderness-bordered sand. Swimming is limited here amid marine stinger season, November through June, however it's dependably a most loved spot for a walk. Other prime vacation spots incorporate the wildlife habitat and the Bali Huli sugar train, which chugs through sugar stick fields to Mossman. Angling trips and northbound endeavors through the rough scene of the Cape York Peninsula are likewise prevalent. The winter season, from May through September, is the best time to visit, when temperatures are cooler and drier climate winds. 13. The Andaman Coast, Thailand. The Andaman Coast is an advantageous base for investigating the fabulous islands of the Andaman Sea. These rich limestone tops are sent from turquoise waters, making one of the planet's most striking seascapes. Popular isles incorporate the Phi Islands, for example, Koh Phi Don, with its many resorts, and Koh Phi Le, where the Leonardo DiCaprio motion picture The Beach was shot. These islands are on the mainstream Phuket day trip circuit, however you can in any case locate your own one-of-a-kind quiet fix of heaven on the off chance that you wander and courage away from home. Phang Bay is home to more than 100 of these emerald delights, including the renowned James Bond Island. Famous regions to use as a base for investigating this common magnificence are Krabi or prominent Phuket, Thailand's biggest island. The stunning landscape proceeds inland at Khao Sok National Park, where you can collective with elephants in the midst of the wilderness-shrouded crests. Convenience ranges from homestays and spending plan-evaluated beachfront bamboo shacks to extravagance estate-style resorts roosted on ocean's bluffs. Yet even top-of-the-line resorts have a tendency to be more moderate here than other tropical goals. This is an incredible decision in case you're searching for colorful culture, blazing nourishment, and beguiling landscape that doesn't break the financial plan. Attempt to maintain a strategic distance from the southwest rainstorm, which more often than not strikes the drift from the end of May through the center of October. 14. The Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica. On the Pacific coast of Costa Rica, the Nicoya Peninsula is a problem area for surfers and eco-visitors, with its pockets of jungly timberlands and long shorelines washed by flawless barrel breaks. Surfing can be awesome whenever of year. Prime traveler towns in the locale incorporate Tamarindo, the most created town on the promontory, with awesome surfing for all ability levels at Playa Tamarindo, and also an extensive variety of eateries and inns. It bakes a beautiful blend of carefree hikers, surfers, families, and relaxed expats. Around Tamarindo you can snorkel, plunge, horseback ride, zipline, and watch turtles settling from October through March at close by Playa Grande, one of Costa Rica's most imperative settling justification for leatherback turtles. Upscale Santa Teresa in Malpais, along the landmass southwest corner, is known for its fabulous surf, and in addition yoga withdrawals, natural restaurants, and boutique hideaways. Other prime ranges to consider are wonderful Nosara, supported by a tangle of green backwoods, Montezuma, and quiet Samara, one of the promontory's minimum created towns. Not a long way from these shoreline towns, the Montevid Cloud Forest Reserve ensures one of the mainland's last untainted pockets of cloud timberland. 15. Florida Keys. Home to the only coral reef in the United States, the Florida Keys offer a fun tropical fix, fantastic fishing, and a few pretty palm-lined stretches of sand, trailing south of Miami for more than 110 miles to within about 90 miles of Cuba. The Keys are coral islands linked by causeways, so you can drive between them on the Overseas Highway, which runs from Key Largo south to Key West. Top attractions include the John Penncamp Coral Reef State Park and the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary off Key Largo, with great diving and snorkeling. Bahia Honda State Park, where you'll find some of the prettiest beaches, and the legendary Key West, where an anything-goes mentality complements the colorful Caribbean-style cottages and rich Hemingway history. You can also visit the southernmost tip of the United States. Here, Isla Mirada proclaims itself the sport fishing capital of the world, with tarpon, bonefish, and permit to catch, and Marathon is also excellent for casting a line. Big-name fishing tournaments are held in the surrounding waters each year. While you're here, try to sample some conch, a type of marine snail, as well as the famous key lime.